BlackBerry, the rise and fall of a legend. Alongside Nokia's iconic phone series and the N-gage, BlackBerry's unique QWERTY keyboard phones stood out as design legends that once dominated the global phone market. However, much like Nokia, a failure to keep pace with technological trends at the time took its toll on BlackBerry, resulting in a period where their market share nearly declined to zero. BlackBerry Precursors was the company Research in Motion, founded by engineering students Mike Lazaridis and Douglas Fricken in 1984. Initially focused on producing modem and handheld pagers, RIM expanded into wireless data switch manufacturing in 1988. The turning point came in when Jim Basile joined as co-CEO alongside Lazaridis, injecting much-needed business acumen into the company. In 1996, RIM introduced the iterative pager, also known as RIM 900, the company's first mobile device, enabling users to send and receive messages over the internet. 2 years later, the BlackBerry 850 was publicly launched, marking the RIM entry into the smartphone market. Despite its basic features like email and basic web browsing with a monochrome display, the BlackBerry 850 pioneered the RIM's journey into the realm of legends and ushered in a new era of BlackBerry in the global mobile market. In 2002, the BlackBerry 5810 was released, featuring the first phone call support for BlackBerry devices. In the later half of 2003, BlackBerry decided to unveil their first phone with their own color screen, the BlackBerry 7230, followed by the 7270, the first BlackBerry phone with Wi-Fi connectivity, and finally, the 7290, the device leading in integrating Bluetooth capacities. After extensive research, BlackBerry decided to shift away from the design resembling a pager and introduced the BlackBerry 7100 in 2004, featuring a modern and sophisticated Shure-type style QWERTY keyboard. RIM quickly reached the milestone of 1 million, 2 million, and 4 million users in 2003, 2004, and 2005. The company's CEO, Basile and Lazaridis, were recognized as the most powerful figures globally in 2005 by Time magazine. In 2006, BlackBerry brought the global market the BlackBerry 8100. This phone introduced a slight design change using a trackball instead of a traditional navigation button. Additionally, the BlackBerry 8100 was equipped with a 1.3 megapixel integrated camera, micro SD card support, and other basic features. A year later, the BlackBerry 8800 was launched, becoming the first mobile phone with integrated GPS. In 2007, RIM became the most valuable electronic company on the Toronto Stock Exchange, with a market value exceeding $67 billion. In the same year, RIM user base surpassed 10 million, and the company introduced the BlackBerry Curve series, targeting business professionals with an affordable price tag. The BlackBerry Curve featured BlackBerry OS and a QWERTY keyboard, a trackball instead of a navigation button, and later versions replaced the trackball with a trackpad. This period is considered the golden age in RIM's development history. However, their most formidable competition emerged during this time when Apple launched their first iPhone. A year later, RIM produced its first smartphone, but unfortunately, the BlackBerry Storm failed to make a storm in the market, as its name suggested, overshadowed by the powerful iPhone 3 released simultaneously. RIM then returned to the producing phones with physical keyboards with the BlackBerry Bold, featuring its iconic QWERTY keyboard and a series of upgrades in performance, displays, multimedia, connectivity, and the new BlackBerry OS. After its launch, the BlackBerry Bold achieved unexpected success, bringing RIM back to its former peak. However, RIM seemed somewhat complacent, believing that the QWERTY keyboard would withstand the touchscreen technology trend that was gaining attention at the time. This proved to be an extremely misguided perspective, leading RIM into a dark period as touchscreen technology rapidly gained popularity, driven by the success of Apple and Android products. Moreover, BlackBerry had a critical weakness: its App Store. The functionality of BlackBerry's App Store was far behind of Apple and Android, whose devices boasted rich and extensive app libraries. RIM fell into the misconception that business users did not need many apps beyond email and web browsers. By the time the company realized the seriousness of the issues and developed BlackBerry App World, it was already too late. Consumers were only interested in whether their favorite apps on iOS or Android were available on BlackBerry. The unusual answer from BlackBerry was no. In 2010, RIM recorded the sales of 100 million BlackBerry devices globally, an impressively significant figure. However, the company's effort to compete with Apple's iPad by launching the Playbook was unsuccessful, and the Playbook quickly disappeared from the market. The year 2011 to 2012 marked the RIM downturn, with thousands of layoffs and the resignations of two legendary CEOs, Lazaridis and Pasquale. Meanwhile, Android and Apple continued to solidify their position in the international market. In 2013, RIM rebranded as BlackBerry and introduced the BlackBerry 10 platform along with two phones, Z10 and Q10. However, customers were not enthused by this duo, indirectly replacing BlackBerry in a difficult situation. The company has to further cut its workforce and launch new projects continuously to retain customers. In 2015, BlackBerry finally began producing smartphones with the Android operating system, but luck seems to have abandoned the company as BlackBerry could not compete with the big names of that time. In 2016, BlackBerry introduced a phone with a design similar to products from China, named BlackBerry PIV, advertised as the world's highest security mobile device. However, the inability to manufacture its own hardware, a brand-centric advantage for BlackBerry, marked the end of the technology giant in the mobile industry. On September 28, 2016, BlackBerry announced it would cease producing mobile phones and focus on software research, officially closing the chapter on its glorious history. Looking back at the BlackBerry's journey, it is evident that each stage, each decision, whether successful or unsuccessful, played a crucial role in its formation and development. Although BlackBerry shifted its focus to software devices, self-driving car technology, and IoT with the achievements it once attained, BlackBerry deserves to be honored in the Hall of Legends in the mobile device industry as a reward for its glorious achievement in the past.